Umar,
Yes.
who was an ANC president from 1940 to 1949.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of the first black Western trained doctors in South Africa as well at the time. His wife, Maddie Ho, who's over there, who's painted my other colleague over here, Dr. Food's Art Studio ZA.
Yeah.
And she was one of the first Women's League presidents, and under his ANC presidency, the Women's League and the Youth League were both formed.
Yeah.
He was also instrumental at the time at bringing guys in like O.R. Tambo and Nelson Mandela into the party.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was president when apartheid started, because he was 1942.
Yo, bro, this is mad talent, man.
Respect, man.
Damn. So here I was riding right here in Sophiatown, passing the streets of Johannesburg on my way home. I decided that I'm gonna stop and admire this beautiful wall mural that has been done by these artists behind me. So I'm about to chat to them and then get the story, because this is the Trevor Huddleston Memorial in Sophiatown. So I'm just passing by, man. I thought let me admire the beautiful work that's been done by the guys here. So beautiful work right there, man. Beautiful, man. Beautiful work, brother. Let me chat to that dude. Let's hear what he has to say. Sorry. Okay.
No worries.
Well, let's start with you, bro. Let's quickly let's find out your name and then tell us about the event. How you doing, brother?
How's it, man? I'm Craig.
Okay, how's it, Craig?
I also go by Hippie Punk.
Happy?
Hippie Punk.
Hippie punk.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
_E__ punk if you're looking on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's going to be a walking tour out here in Sophiatown of the blue plaques, which are for heritage sites.
Okay.
On the 9th and the 23rd of this month, November. But if you want to book, you have to go to Joburg Arts Alive and RSVP. It's free, but there's limited spaces, obviously. So it'll be this Saturday and on the 23rd as well again. And then this piece and the piece we're working on there, like the legends of some of the legends, I should say, of Sophiatown for the museum here. We'll present that at the beginning of the walk as well.
Yeah.
So people can learn more about what they're looking at, really.
Yeah. So basically, you're telling the story of Sophiatown and our leaders.
I mean, as much as we can. It's a long story. I think that's the thing. But yeah, 100%. I mean, we've got obviously political leaders, famous musicians, famous writers, journalists. We really tried not to focus on just one section of the story.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I think we're not telling the full story. If you want the full story, right inside here, the Dr. A.B. Uma Museum, House Museum, which is part of the Sophiatown Heritage and Cultural Center. It's free to the public, and you can go learn more of the proper story and the full story inside there.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But now you're obviously painting all these legends.
Not just me and a team of...
and a team of... Yeah. How does the story feel for you? I mean, just finding out the change, like...
It's I've been working on this specific wall for about 2 years. But we only started that one about a month ago, so we did a lot of stuff then.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting thing to Sophiatown as it is today. As someone who was born in Joburg and grew up here most of my life, it's a very good way to understand the history of Joburg.
Yeah.
When you look at Sophiatown and the story of how the end of Sophiatown is really the beginning of Soweto.
Yeah.
And so many other areas. So I think it's interesting. I think it's really not just changed the relationship I have with art and what I'm doing, but also my relationship with my own home city and how I understand where we are, you know, and you know, things of the past.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love it out here, to be honest, I feel very honored to be working on some of like the greatest South Africans in the ever lived, you know.
Yeah. No, I couldn't stop when I was riding past, and I thought, damn, man, this is beautiful. Let me find out what this is all about. But
Yeah, man.
keep
I'm
up
glad
the
you're
good
asking.
work, man.
Yeah, and then I mean, right now, so I'm painting Dr. A.B. Nkrumah,
Yes.
who was an ANC president from 1940 to 1949, and he was one of the first black Western trained doctors in South Africa as well at the time. His wife, Maddie Nkrumah, who's over there, who's painted my other colleague over here, Dr. Food's Art Studio ZA.
Yeah.
And she was one of the first Women's League presidents, and under his ANC presidency, the Women's League and the Youth League were both formed.
Yeah.
He was also instrumental at the time at bringing guys in like Ora Tambo and Nelson Mandela into the party.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he was president when apartheid started, because he was 1940 to 1949, and I think unfortunately this is one of the only houses, this and another house that is known by many around here as the ghost house, that survived the forced removals. That and then St. Joseph's and Christ the King Church are the only other buildings that survived out here.
Wow.
But this house used to have, you know, revolutionaries in it.
Yeah.
And it was the doctor's office in the area. You used to be able to go in there and actually like go to the doctor's office there. But because it was considered basically a mansion at the time, they were able to sell it off.
Yeah.
As you know, Sophiatown was being forcefully removed.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we know a lot about a lot of the legends that were there at the end during the transition, but we forget a lot of the people who really we had to stand on shoulders to get across the finish line, and those who had to go through some of our darkest periods of history, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, I love the way you narrate the history, bro. This is absolutely wonderful, man.
Well, if you want to learn more, come through either on the 9th or the 23rd.
Okay.
Or come anytime to the museum. It's open to the public. This is, you know, it's the history of not just yoga culture, but South African culture, you know?
Yeah.
It's some of our biggest legends, you know?
True, we got to remember that.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's the thing. We're just honored to be able to do it. So we got to do our best to do it with some respect.
That's so true, brother. That's so true. No, thanks a lot, eh?
No worries.
I'll definitely make it through. Nice pleasure meeting you as well.
You too, dog. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
stop anytime.
It's like you guys have created a storyboard.
Yeah, that's what we were going for.
Yo, bro, this is
Want more information about this? Just speak to the guy around the corner.
the white dude.
Yeah, because there's a walk on Saturday. Then we're going to explain the walk.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, cool. Let me first do a quick vid. This is beautiful, man. Hi there. This is the most beautiful wall mural in Sophiatown. Sure. Sophiatown, man, look at this. This is a Trevor Huddleston Memorial. Wow. Thank you, brother. All right, man. So I'm right here at Sophiatown Museum and the Heritage and Cultural Center. Inside here, there's also a Trevor Huddleston Memorial building. There we go. So, you know, you heard what the guy said. They told you everything. He shared his story. And so I will be signing out. And thanks a lot for watching, man, and liking and sharing. This is the Free Ride Podcast. It's your boy, Sipo Masif.